Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Sometimes you just gotta add some colour, Phil.
I just seem so bland behind me compared to the lovely, are they irises or something? What have you got there?
I don't know, but they're colourful. That's the idea.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Welcome
I thought
back.
of this idea while I was on the freeway in the right-hand lane doing 80 because there was a Volvo in front of me.
Ah,
And I just
yeah.
thought maybe you can
Hey,
add some
could have been worse. Could have been a Camry.
flowers
Could have been
from
a
someone's
Camry.
grave. Doing
Welcome-
80 in a 100 zone in the right-hand lane when all the other lanes were clear.
How was your long
Seriously.
weekend? How was your long weekend? And welcome back, everybody, to the Two Dads podcast.
In the Anzac spirit, we will keep fighting for what's right.
Welcome back, listeners and viewers. Good to have you here. Now, we're on a different time slot
On a different
this week.
day. Yeah.
Different time slot
It's
this
not
week.
the Friday feeling.
It's not the Friday
it's-
feeling. It's the...
It's the Sunday feeling on a Monday.
That's right. That's right. We had the
That's what I'm
long
calling it.
weekend.
The Sunday
happens
feeling on a Monday.
From time to time. Well, from time to time, you know, family and other commitments get in the way, and it can happen, and it does happen, but that's all right. We still are going to get through episode 28.
28.
Episode 28. That's 28 weeks. 28
Welcome,
weeks
everyone.
running
Welcome.
today's podcast. So thanks for those who have joined us on YouTube. Thanks for coming back. If you're new, why don't you hit the subscribe button so you get our weekly podcast every week, notify that little bell. And for those on Spotify,
smash that thumbs up.
yeah, give it a like. It helps the channel move along.
Please.
So really do appreciate all coming back.
And as much as we love Spotify, it's
do.
great,
got the voice
but
for it.
we're really struggling to articulate every single thing we do so that
Yeah, I know.
it makes sense. If
Just
it's
come over to
unfortunately YouTube is a visual medium.
It is.
So
It is.
as much as yes, we do
And we use
appreciate
tech.
everyone who's listening on
We
Spotify, but it would be nice to
Come on over. You can see
enjoy
lovely
the visual
flowers.
splendor that is the Two Dads podcast.
The lovely flowers that Sadiq has provided for us.
Festoon the
Festoons
set
in the back.
in the west. Festoon the set with some color.
Oh, fantastic. How was your long weekend? Been a busy one for you. You've had a couple of things on.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, had a
Yeah.
few.
That's good.
We had a few things on, as
Yeah.
did you.
Yes.
It is
Backed
the
up.
Athena of real estate's
Yes.
Greek Easter.
Greek Easter, Orthodox Easter. And I tell you what, the Greeks don't muck around. Midnight on
They
Saturday
don't
night.
muck around, mate. They don't muck around.
Midnight on Saturday
Uh,
night, church was full to go get the candle, the light, and
Yep.
if anyone noticed a smoky haze around Melbourne, there wasn't a fire. That
It's
was
the Greeks.
just the Greeks cooking their
the
lambs. Tell
No
you
plate
what.
smashing at this one.
Oh no,
No?
no, that's weddings. Weddings
No,
where you smash
That's
the plates. The
that's only weddings.
Greek Easter is the
Yeah.
lamb on the spit. And I tell you what, if you want to see lambs walking out row by row, class by class, you go to Limnos Butcher.
Non-vegan feast, that is for sure.
You go to Limnos Butcher on a Friday
Limnos.
in
El
Oakley,
adoré.
mate. Every second
El
person,
adoré.
every person is walking out with a lamb on their shoulders. So it was a big weekend. And today we're actually out and about with the Smurfs. We went to Hillsville Sanctuary.
Oh,
And
very nice.
pretty much everybody else in Melbourne had the same idea. So it was a very busy day.
Yes.
Very busy day.
even though they were only open from one, right?
No, they're open from
No.
the get-go, mate. Oh, mate, that would... When you're selling
where's the
pulled
Anzac spirit?
pork hamburgers at $22 a pop, you're open at 9, mate. That's what I'm
Well.
telling you. They would have made a killing today.
That's
They
one
got to
unlucky
survive.
pig.
Hey, it's all in the good name of conservation.
But you will be pleased to know, and the Athena Real Estate will be pleased to know that in the spirit of the occasion,
Yep.
my Shakira and the Princess and I, we just finished watching 300.
The 300.
Yeah.
There you go.
In the Greek spirit,
Is that the new...
the warrior of the Spartans. This is Sparta.
Tell you what, they knew how to do it back then. That's for sure. It was a good movie. Great movie.
It's a great movie. Shame to what happened
Oh, well, that's what made
to
it
the
great.
whole economy
That's
in recent years. the Spartan spirit was a little bit lost.
I wasn't going to get into
Anyway,
it. Anyway,
if it's your first time
yes.
seeing or hearing us, we are the
Yes.
Two Dads podcast,
We
not
are.
because there's 1 and 2,
There is.
because we
The
are
colour
very much like
coordinated.
dads.
Look at this. White backgrounds,
I
black
know, I
t-shirts.
know.
I'm just missing the purple.
Yeah.
I'm just missing the
Well,
purple
your headphones
festooning at the
adds
background here
some
somewhere.
colour for contrast.
But yes, we are the Two Dads podcast. It's TOO.
Yep.
And that's because we're just too much like dads. And we're too much
We're
like
very
dads.
much like dads.
Yeah. And we
As
are
with
because-
me whining about a Volvo in the
Doing
right-hand
80
lane
on
on
the
the freeway, we are very much like dads. And my wife telling me, he's not going to move. He's not going to move. Like, he will be intimidated.
if I get 1 inch away from him.
That's right. And the Rexton,
Does
it
it
sort of
have one
makes
of
this
those?
noise
Does
whenever
it?
you go like the
Too
whole thing in the dashboard. There's this huge exclamation mark with 2 cars. It's go,
Are you-
and it does this. I don't know where the noise
It
comes
vibrates.
from.
The steering wheel
Yeah.
vibrates as an extra alert.
And my wife's
Oh.
going, he's not going to move. He's not going to move.
So yes,
Like, he should move.
Right.
It's an ethical situation,
I-
which is
I-
what the Two Dads podcast
Oh
is.
yeah, I wonder if that's going to be the topic of today's podcast. But we'll find out
Is
soon.
it right?
Before
Is
then.
it right to
Before
have
then.
a Volvo and stay in the right lane at 80 when the clearly signposted speed limit is
As you
100?
can tell, Sadiq has look. He's gotten professional help, it just hasn't kicked in yet. But he'll get there. Well,
I'm still waiting for the vouchers.
As being too much like dads, we love puns, and they are the center of being, too much like a dad.
That's
Because
right.
if it's not punny, it's
It
not
ain't funny.
It ain't funny, and of course, dad jokes. Which last week, I got the hat trick. I got the 3 for 3 last week. I was stoked
Well,
with
we
that.
shall see how you go this week.
Yeah,
my
I
friend.
don't know about this week. We'll see. I think I get the feeling you've turned the head up a bit.
Now, right before we get the ball rolling, I'd just like
Yep.
to share with you something that you can all enjoy laughing at me with.
Okay. This is where the
started up-
technology comes in, and this is where you got to come over to
Yes.
YouTube, folks.
Z-Book,
The book. What's the
right? I started it up and I'm thinking, what's happened to my camera? I'm
Oh,
losing my
oh.
mind because
is this the
my camera
computer?
was like this.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Perfect for Spotify.
So
Not
the
so
camera's
good
like
for-
that?
What is that?
No, but I'm just saying. So it was like, now you see me, now you don't, right?
Yeah, but what have you got there? Okay. Is this you just using your finger?
Z-Book has a slider that goes over the camera.
Are you kidding? It's got like a privacy
Yeah.
slider.
And
built in.
on my side, it just looks like lines on the lens. So I'm losing my mind trying to clean the lens, thinking, what's going on? What's going on? And I realized there's a slider.
Oh, look at that.
You can slide over the camera.
Foiled yet again by technology, Sadiq.
Oh. And there was right before we started up, I'm cleaning. What? It's a brand new laptop. How can there be something wrong with the camera? Oh,
There you
well,
go. For your
I
convenience
enjoy
and
having a
frustration.
laugh at my own expense.
It's great. It's great.
This and this laptop is not made by Volvo, so
No,
Yeah.
or Toyota.
clearly,
Doesn't have the Camry badge on it,
or
does it?
Toyota.
No.
No, but I just thought I'd like to share that.
Yes.
So yes, as we said, the two
Yes.
cornerstones for daddom are jokes
Yep.
and puns.
Yes.
And as we mentioned, if it ain't punny, it ain't funny.
It ain't funny, mate. Simple as that. It just ain't.
So
It just ain't. What do we got? What do we got? What
Phil-
are we kicking off with?
if you see a cafe and it's just the best one you've ever seen,
Mm-hmm.
like
What name?
what should it be called? What would you think that would be called if it's just the best one you've ever seen?
Exactly that. The best one you've ever seen.
That's way too obvious. You would call it the bee's knees, which you'll have to take my word for it because it's
up
right in the corner where you can't
and
see.
technology's screwed us over.
But as you can see, the bee.
The bee's knees.
It's in Knox. It's called it's called the bee's knees.
It's in Knox.
Yeah.
Right, we're in Knox.
On a mountain highway.
Ah,
in
okay.
Knox.
It's the bee's knees.
The bee's knees. I don't know if it's down the road from the cat's pajamas or not. Have you ever heard that saying? The cat's pajamas is another saying.
Is it? It's the cat's pajamas. I know bee's knees.
It's the cat's pajamas. Bee's
So
knees,
hence,
you know.
because bee's knees being the best you can get,
Yep.
this is clearly the best you can get.
Yep.
Bee's knees. I like it. Clever. See, again. That's
the best you can get.
It's the best you can get. The bee's knees
And
cafe.
there was another one that I've known for a while, but I just haven't had the chance to snap a photo of it. But
Oh, okay.
it's always just someone.
You were out that way? Is that, I take it?
No, this is on Waverley Road.
Okay.
Waverley Road it's near Malvern.
Mhm. Yep.
As I'm trying now. We haven't, I think the only pun that we had for a place that sells bread has been the one in Singapore.
Yeah.
Bread Pit.
Bread Pit. I like that one.
So someone else has had a go in Melbourne.
Oh, they have.
Yep, they've had a go, and it's called Loafers Bakery.
Loafers Bakery. Bit of a lazy pun, but I'll pay it.
It's a lazy pun. No. I'm not like, I'm not over the moon with it, but it's like someone had a go.
I thought they tried. Look, could have given him some.
Clearly, it's not a first
award.
name, but may very well be a last name. Maybe it's Stan Loafers.
Stan Loafers.
And he hasn't realised that it's a pun. He just thought it's his bakery. So Stan Loafers. Stan Loafers. There's
Loafers
no apostrophe on the S, so
no, that's true.
Loafers Bakery.
Loafers Bakery. There you go. At least
Loafers Bakery.
Maybe the apostrophe.
At least,
more.
yeah. It's one of those also ran. Yes, he tried.
Yes.
So, apparently, for cafes are a big hit when it comes.
In Melbourne, they are.
When it comes for puns, we're staying in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Staying in Melbourne.
Melbourne cafes do. It's not like we're in Queensland fish and chip shops.
I think it's maybe because there's so many of them, because it's a real good part of the culture here. There's a lot of shops.
If you can get a good pun that people remember.
Yep. So sometimes you may have a hard time because there's so many. When you choose them, you have to have some sort of a system, because there's probably 3 or 4 at least on near every street.
Oh, you sort of group together. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So sometimes you may have to go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. In order for you to choose your cafe.
Oh wow! There is just no limit.
Cheers.
There is no limit. I'm just. It's a good one. I like that.
South Road in Moorabbin, on the corner of South Road and Central Ave.
Apparently, it says right there, right down the road to the local shops.
Technology is working well for this one.
There you go.
Working well for this one. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Good one.
The people make a pun out of anything. It's great. So since the first 2 were not that fantastic.
No, they were good. They're all right. I mean, like you said,
I do have a bonus. It's not so much a pun. It's just I was on the opposite side of the road. As you know, I'm always out and about.
Always out and about. And
I saw it and I thought, in what universe is this making sense to anyone? It
wasn't like the train station.
I couldn't understand it.
It wasn't like
no. It's not me failing on this one. It's not me failing.
It's just failed in general, right? Okay.
Yeah. So what's the point of going if you have to be the barber?
So you rock up, cut your own hair.
Yeah, I think that's what must be. That's what it looks like from the side. You come into the store and you pay for you to cut your own hair, apparently,
They just
because
supply
you need to.
scissors, a
You
mirror.
need to be the barber. It makes no sense, right? It's not just me.
Isn't it like one of those? Maybe it's metaphorical, when you have to be the ball, just like in, what was that movie? That movie, the one with dodgeball. Like in dodgeball, you got to be the
Yeah.
ball and start throwing spanners at people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but the ball's not. The ball is not a haircut.
Well, okay, but yeah,
I
be the
understand.
barber. I get what you. It's a
Be the barber.
be the barber. It's a fair question.
It's not a question. It's just a statement. Unless first name of the owner is B.
B. Could be. It may be.
They've
Possibly.
failed on the punctuation then, right? Because it's a statement
B,
and not the barber and ladies hairdresser.
Maybe it's meant to be B for
Mistake.
barber, and they just got it wrong.
And hopefully not also a vet, because that would be
Anything
just
else?
inconvenient.
Anything else that's thrown in there?
Try to get everyone. I just looked at it and I thought, how does it make sense?
Be the barber. Be the barber.
It's not in front of a temple.
Interesting. Hey, look, it just goes to show there is no limit. Endless options when it comes to a business name.
If you're interested and you live in Melbourne and you want to be the barber,
Yeah. Where are we? Where do we have to go?
it's in Croydon.
Mm-hmm. Man, you sure do get around, don't you?
In the Knox area.
You bloody get around, don't you?
So the other thing that we need to ask,
yes,
if you tell dad jokes and you don't have any kids, what does that make you?
Oh.
If you like telling dad jokes and you don't actually have any kids, what does that make you?
I'm going to kick myself because I don't want to be sitting in silence and our listeners going, "What happened?" Just tell us. I don't know this one.
If you tell jokes, if you tell dad jokes and you don't have kids, you are a faux pas. Yes. I'll let that sink in.
I will pay that one. A faux pas.
That's FAUX.
Yes. Pa. PA.
Hyphen PA.
PA.
Makes you a faux pas.
That's great. That's a clever one. I like that one. You got me. I knew it was something clever. I'm thinking, I'm trying to think of something clever here. And the best I come up with was a monkey's uncle, and I knew that wasn't the answer, so I didn't go with it.
It's not an uncle.
Let's go.
Episode 28.
Yeah. What is it? What do we got?
I'm just glad you're sitting down because this is.
Oh no.
I've got no choice anymore. Like this was up until 15 minutes ago was not the subject.
Yeah, no, we changed. We get it.
For 28.
We're having the production meeting now. People are listening. We're all here.
But it's just it's undeniable. You all have to be ready. This story is now going to be blown wide open.
It's about Volvos.
And we are going to unpack it to every nth of its existence.
Does it involve a car?
The Camry tissue box conspiracy
God.
is the title of episode 28.
Thank you
the
for
Two Dads
staying.
podcast.
Please,
it is undeniable.
Please stay with us, listeners.
Undeniable.
Please stay with us, listeners. It is a Two Dads podcast, although albeit slowly turning into a car podcast.
And it's not the Two Dads car show. I'm sorry. Don't turn off. Don't turn off. There's an ethical and some reasoning and we're going to find some logic. It needs to be
What?
brought to your attention. The
Okay.
world is a horrible place at the moment.
What's
We
it called?
need some
What's the
kind
episode? What is the
of. Okay,
what is
episode 20. It is called the Camry Tissue Box Conspiracy.
the Camry tissue box conspiracy? I wouldn't pick you as a conspiracy theorist, but hey, you know, people change.
I am not, but there's only so much one can handle. Now,
Okay.
I bring this to you not just for jokes.
Could lose.
I bring this to you
could
because
lose subscribers here, but let's push on.
subscribe. No, please, just stay with us. All right, I'm telling you, since last Sunday,
We've been talking about this a
So-
couple of episodes. We brought this up.
I
We've
know
brought this up a few
we've always eluded and
Yeah.
we've
Now we're
asked the
gonna-
question why,
Now
but
we're
it
digging
is
right
so.
in.
I am. Look. Please, if you're on Spotify, switch over to YouTube.
Now, yeah, come over.
It's worth your while. Your eyes need to be opened. Your mind needs to be broadened. Stop laughing, Phil. This is serious. It's a serious problem. Need to get to the bottom of this. I've started a folder.
How many
This
photos
is just
have you
this
found?
week, man. This is just this week. In the
Oh,
front.
hey.
The front box.
Who's got it in the front?
The front box.
That's
That's not
Very
some
careful.
kind of innuendo. It's not
very
something-
careful with that term.
Where else would you keep your tissues but right in front of you?
There you go. So how
Okay.
hey,
Exhibit 1, Your Honor.
how did you take this photo? You turn around in your car seat.
No, this is actually I have taken the photo in my rearview mirror.
Oh wow. Really?
Impressive, no?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
trying to see with the review mirror.
Yes. So there's my headrest there in the middle. The
Brilliant.
headrest in the middle
That's true.
of the back seat.
Explains
Yeah.
explains why he's on the opposite side. Yep. No, I get you. Well, I see him on the opposite side.
Exhibit 1, Your Honor.
Exhibit 1.
I'm just gonna fire them at you, and then
Yeah.
we will unpack. Okay, that's Exhibit 1.
I'm
Exhibit number 2.
looking to see the ethical. Where's the tissue box here?
Can you see it?
I can't see it. Where is it?
It's what do you mean? It's there in the back window.
Is it
Yes.
on the left hand
That square
side?
thing.
Is that what that is?
Square
On the
thing on
left-hand
the
side?
back window.
Is that on the
Hang on,
left
I've got
hand
another
side?
view. Same car. Can you see the box?
Is it that blue thing?
Yes.
Oh, is that what that
box.
is? Okay.
Yeah. He has a
it a
cover
Oh, it's got a cover
Over
on
the
there.
tissue
Right,
box.
that's why I couldn't. He's trying to disguise it.
over the tissue box.
He's a closet Camry driver. Gotcha. Okay.
That was exhibit number 2.
How many of these have you got? How many
Right,
photos have you
let's
found?
move forward to exhibit number 3, Your Honor.
On the front?
Again, in the front.
Okay. There you go.
How many we're up to? 3?
That's 3. This is on the side mirror.
I'm just going to keep firing them at you, and you're going to have to keep count.
Yeah, that's 3.
So that's 3.
Yep. That's 4.
Exhibit number 4, Your Honor.
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
Over a period of how many days?
We keep count, mate. This is since last Sunday.
Since last Sunday.
This is
Okay.
just since last Sunday. This is not,
Okay.
this is freelance. This is me just being out and about.
Seeing cameras with tissue boxes.
Number 5.
There we go. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just keep firing them at you, and you can
Yeah.
understand why this is now
Becoming a global problem.
turned into
I gotcha.
it's a global issue. Exhibit number 6. Stop laughing. It's a serious
I'm-
problem.
I'm just waiting for you to draw that very long bow when it becomes ethical. That's what I'm waiting for.
Exhibit number 7. This one is an umbrella.
Oh, as well. Okay.
Yeah, but why would you put an umbrella in the
No,
back
well,
shelf?
Well, because that way you don't. Well, hard to get to, but if it rains, you can reach it somehow and get to it, and to get outside.
All
Otherwise,
right, well, having said that, it's not as bad as a tissue box, I guess.
yeah. What else we got? Oh, there's another one.
8. Mansa, Man, sir, what is wrong with you? It's on the Westgate Freeway.
That's 7, right?
That's 7.
Yep.
And
So we found an average one a day.
I've lost one.
Oh, so there had to be a 2. It was 2 in one day somewhere.
No, I got another one.
Right. So,
Here it is. My
this is
my
just all?
apologies. This was
right. Oh, that
an
and
hour
40.
ago. This was an hour ago.
Okay.
A tissue box and a footy.
What? We're in a high car.
That was not the point of this conversation.
Yeah, no, but I'm just curious to understand.
Yes,
This is not the
I
Rexton.
organised a ute from Bunnings.
What, were you going to remove?
I was
The
moving a bed.
You're going to remove the Camry because you thought that's it, I've
I
had
was
enough.
moving a bed.
Well,
Moving
there
the
you go.
bed for the princess.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
That was an hour ago. So how many is that? 9, 8?
I think that's 8. Yeah, that's 8. That was an hour ago. Really?
Yeah.
Was it still sunny over there? No, it had to be a while.
Yeah, it was an hour ago.
Mate, the sun went down at like 6 o'clock.
Man, this is not the point of the conversation.
Okay.
It's not the Weather Channel.
If you're going to put evidence in front of the court, it needs to stack up, my friend.
Okay, maybe an hour and a half ago, all right?
It needs to stack up.
It was what, like 5:30?
Irrespective.
Sorry, it's a little bit more than an hour and a half.
Continue to build your ethical case as to why there's a problem with Camrys and tissue boxes. Let's go.
Have I provided enough evidence to demonstrate that this is a concern?
Photographic evidence has been provided. The court accepts that. But on the case of building an argument, I believe that's what's to follow. So let's
So we're guaranteed
please from the
there will be under an hour for this show.
from the
That's
defendant.
for sure, because I'm going to run out of. From an ethical standpoint,
Yes.
okay, I have clearly made the demonstration that this is a concern.
Well, it seems to be just Camrys. We don't seem to notice.
It
this
seems
across
to
other
be
car
very much.
manufacturers.
It seems to be at least 90% of those storing 500 tissues in a box
Okay.
in the most inconvenient place you could possibly have
And-
it in a car.
And why you think this is the case? Do you have some sort of anecdotal
I'm thinking
suggestion?
maybe it's a Freemason thing.
Why do you think it's a
Maybe
sign
they're all
they communicate to one
part
another?
of something. Yeah. It's like they all know, if you know, you know.
Camry Club.
Maybe it's a, yep.
So
No,
this
it's
is
not
not a special handshake. Camry drivers use a tissue box. Told them to fly.
Obviously, it's a special club that
Good
you
God.
only allowed entry.
Tissue-
It's like the members insignia or something.
That's right.
Jacket. It's like a secret sign or something. If you had a tissue box, where would you keep it? On the shelf, of course. In you go, sir. On the back parcel
It is
shelf.
interesting. Look, it is interesting. We've touched on this a few times as to why does it seem to be predominantly the owners of Camrys placing tissue boxes in their rear parcel shelf. A few of them, I think, have come to the realization that it's too far, so they've put it at the front, where it does make more sense. But then again,
So that you can't see the road properly.
But then again, the next question off the back of that is,
at least they were
why a whole
judged.
tissue box? Why a whole tissue?
Yeah.
Why can't you
Why
have
a
just
whole
those little
tissue
packs?
box?
Why a whole tissue box? I think maybe it's an Uber driver thing. Could it possibly be that?
They are not Uber drivers. I can 100%. All the 9 that I've shown you,
Yeah.
not Uber drivers.
How can you tell?
Not Uber drivers. Because they have a little sign in there and you can kind of see what's going on in the car.
Really?
Some of them have a little, sign. There's an Uber sign or there's some other
Okay.
ride sharing.
Because there's no external markings.
No. There's none
say
whatsoever.
that it's an Uber?
Normally they have something in the windscreen.
Okay. I don't know. I've never taken an Uber before. That's why I thought I'd raise that before the court in order to at least.
I have used an Uber.
Have you?
I think we used one in Sydney.
Okay. No, never
Yeah.
used one.
Used an Uber was easy. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of car was it?
Was fairly simple. It wasn't a Camry. It was a Corolla, a
If a
hybrid.
Camry had rocked up, would you have gotten in?
You
If
want me to
it-
say no, don't you? You want me to say no.
The
I
fact
specifically-
that
but-
you paused to
But
deliver
when you
it,
call the Uber, it actually says to you what kind of car, so I can wave that on. I can decide no. I refuse to get in
do
a
you think
Camry.
maybe they have to disclose that Camry with rear parcel tissue box?
None of them have any passengers.
Okay.
Why are these
This could be
people
going between
putting
jobs.
a box of tissues when a much more
I don't know.
succinct solution exists that is
What's that?
easily at hand, that is not a large expense by comparison for the
Put a
box?
small one. Put a small one at the front, right? The little travel pack.
In the glove box, in the
Just use your
side
sleeve
pockets.
too, right? You don't have to use a tissue.
Well,
You could go that.
I'm not expecting them to be animals, Phil,
Yet here you are, questioning there.
as I enjoy my cranberry juice and ice.
Oh, nice. So what do we think this is?
I
Where's
see,
it?
I see you got your flowers in the water.
Yeah, I do. I have my lemon drink, homemade lemon drink.
Very good.
So let's hear the ethical.
Please don't switch off, everyone. We're just trying to exercise our rights as concerned
Yep.
citizens as to what is happening.
Sadiq is about to draw the long bow of ethical standards. An ethical standpoint. Let's go. What do you think?
For me, from an ethical standpoint, it's not very environmentally friendly. It's not logical. It's not logical at all.
I think that's the more the concern. Why? It's illogical, and it seems to be isolated.
You and
that's
I
what we don't
both, we
understand.
watched the video of that guy on Facebook absolutely losing his mind, because once he realized it, every time he went past the Camry and noticed it, he actually had to make, obviously we can't share the link because there was an incredible amount of swearing and maybe it's offensive, but this man lost his mind when he realized it, and he could not understand why so many Camrys put a tissue box on the parcel shelf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And this is
it's a fair question.
driving. Now
driving you
it is driving me insane because I keep seeing them. As I said, in the space of a week,
It was 8.
I've
That's the
got
average.
9. So that's 1 or 2 a day.
Yeah. That's pretty high.
I'm going past. That's a
That's
very
pretty
high
high.
average.
That's a
That's a
pretty
very
high
high
average.
average.
I mean, considering the number
And
of cars.
as I've shown for the court, the evidence exists and it's there. I just wanted to highlight it. I mean, on a more serious note, to actually name an episode after it rather than it being like an update.
No, it's look. We're here to talk about anything. As far as the
But I know
ethics of it
you are
go,
not as heartily concerned as what I am. I'm seriously, I just saw one on the way before. I'm thinking, what? You put a football there as well? What happens when you break, man? Like, I understand the Camry is the sensible car, like the car for people that are not car
60?
people.
Do they
Yeah.
do over 60 ever?
Probably
Really?
not.
Yeah, 70 might be tops.
Maybe it's
70
their
is
way of just avoiding accidents. No, hang on. Ethical reason. Maybe they're just trying to avoid accidents, so that they drive much more carefully because
Mhm.
they know if there's any evasive
Oh,
movements,
they're going to cop a tissue
they
box.
get scorned by some kind of article that they got on the back shelf. So maybe this is a way for them to
Perhaps
stay safe.
Perhaps it's like a trigger of some sort. You know, look. I'm not
the Michael Hutchins in the hotel room, kind of,
Look, I would love to understand why. It seems to be isolated to Camrys, and it seems to be common. But what's got us both buggered is we just don't understand why. If there was logic behind it, and maybe there is, and yet we just haven't seen it, and maybe we need.
But why only Camrys?
Well, maybe there's something the Camry drivers have figured out that the rest haven't. Don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Why only Camrys? Because it's not like they make something
Hey,
that is unique to other
maybe.
cars.
Maybe when you buy a
most
Camry,
manufacturers make a sedan.
you get a special invitation.
It's like
To
maybe the guy in the car yard.
you hear a ding dong. You just hear a ding dong, and you open the front door, and it's just a tissue box with a note
and a suitcase.
Purchase of your Camry.
You are welcome in the club.
You're in the club.
They do this
In order for us to identify.
secret handshake.
In order for us to identify. Please place this. It's a fair question. I don't understand. It's certainly after tonight. It's piqued your interest even more. You're not going to stop until you find an answer, whether it's logical or not. You just want an explanation as to why. I don't think you're gonna. Don't know how you're going to get.
I don't think I'm going to get an answer.
You have to approach people. You have to stop these people and ask them.
I've tried to think of everyone that I know, and no one I know, even just as an acquaintance, owns a Camry.
Oh, is that by?
I think
on purpose.
It's maybe because
have you cut ties?
If I find if I find out that you own a Camry, you're dead to me or something. I don't know. I never talk to you again.
It's interesting. It is interesting. I'm not going to deny that it's not interesting. I don't know. It's one of those conspiracies.
And I apologize in advance. I know this is not really an important subject, but I just thought with everything that's happening Friday. At the moment, it's a lazy Sunday / for Monday afternoon.
I'm curious to know what the topic was meant to be, but I don't want you to give it away because then.
Well, I'll say that one for next week, but
we've got Friday. Friday's only a couple of days away.
Maybe so we'll have something more serious.
Redeem ourselves on Friday.
But from our last, from episode 26, I think it was, about the far right.
Yes, yeah, marching to the right. Yeah, it was 26.
France. Yeah. France has hailed a victory for the centre.
Mm-hmm.
The right lost.
Emmanuel
Macron.
Even
has won the election.
Everything that happened with Coco and all the firing up and people carrying on, he's back in.
He was the one that sat at the other end of the 30-foot table
with Putin. Mm-hmm.
And the right lost the election, and he's in for the next 5 years. So
5 years they do it over there, right?
Yeah. So that's a victory for the centre.
Yeah, good on you, Manny.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well done, and bon chance.
Bon chance. Exactly. No, it was I was keeping an eye on that to see what was going to happen, because it's I think that's one of the first major elections that have taken place since everything with the Cocos happened.
Yep.
So I was just curious and very not concerned, but just curious to see if that
and it weighs up the opinion of the public and
exactly, and what sort of could that be a catalyst for something else? But be curious to see when we're going to the polls in a couple of weeks as well.
May 21.
We're going to the polls, so we'll see what happens there. Whether some of the minor parties may gather some ground. I don't know. I'm not sold that they will, but you just don't know.
Yep.
We'll have to wait and see how they go.
Well, I am glad you're sitting down, because this could be a moment for you, because it's something very close to your heart. But
okay. We're talking about CrossFit. What?
No. Came across my desk.
Yep.
And I just thought of you.
Oh.
I couldn't say anything else. I give to you the mammoth.
Whoa, look at, jeez. Wow. That is, that, I reckon the LDV would fit in
Still trying to find some words for his love, even though he's not a car person, but he
Shit, no,
loves
look
him
at
a
that.
ram.
That
He
is-
loves himself a ram. That is for
I
sure.
saw one today. Hey, I saw one today on the road, and I just looked and I thought, oh man, if I could fit that car in my garage, in my carport, which it just wouldn't fit.
Urban Arms Race people.
6-wheeler. Look at the size of the tray on that thing. You
Yeah.
couldn't take that park. You couldn't park that in the local shopping centre.
You park wherever you want.
Yeah, well, I
That's
suppose you
the
just take
idea.
a couple of parks.
And
is
on whatever you
huge.
want. That is called the mammoth.
Look at that.
Into production as we speak.
That'll sell well. You watch. People will buy that.
A six-wheeler Ram.
What are they? 20? They look like 22
1500.
inches. They're 22-inch wheels? They look like 22-inch wheels. Maybe 21s.
Well, it's a big thing. Urban Arms
What's on
Race.
this? Hennessy? Is that what it says in the way?
Yeah,
Hennessy?
so that's who's doing the conversion.
Yeah.
It's a company in America, obviously.
Yeah.
It's the only place where you find the
Because
mammoth.
that is, that's a purpose-built chassis because of the double axle.
Well, they
all sorts of
extend
stuff.
the
Wow.
chassis at the end.
Mm.
Sorry, people. Don't switch off. Don't switch off. It's
No,
not
you-
a car show, but
you enjoy
I
it. You
just saw it
should-
and I thought Phil would.
You should
something
sit
Phil
back
can
and relax
appreciate.
and enjoy the Two Dads Car Show podcast. We finally arrived, ladies and gentlemen.
And,
I like the colour. Colour's nice.
yeah.
How it's all finished in, black trim. Very nice.
And to further the Urban Arms Race,
Yep.
I was in your hood on.
Oh,
I was in your hood on Saturday.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
you're
just
down
thought,
this way.
let's
Oh,
feast on the Silverado.
there's the Silverado.
Which
Jeez,
I must admit, the angle that I took the photo, it makes it.
looks small, doesn't it?
It doesn't really look larger than the Rexton, but
Geez,
That's why I
nothing's
like the
changed
photo.
in that front driveway at Out Your Folks.
no, still the same.
Exactly the same. Look at that.
So, a shout out for the barbecue king of Nanagoon.
There he is.
He's
There's the Silverado.
he's
Looking good.
enjoying the Silverado.
It's looking good.
If you've got a very keen eye, you'll see there's a bit of a side that is amiss on the Silverado. That's a result of a.
It's at the front, right? Front quarter
Yeah.
panel. Yeah.
It's a result of a kangaroo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hit a roo.
So up in Nanagoon, they roam freely up there. So
Mate, you must have just clipped
That's-
him.
that is the result. But that is the barbecue king of Nanagoon's ride,
Mhm.
the Silverado,
Well, it's got to tow that barbecue around.
the Urban Arms Race update. And
Oh.
there was one for myself which I saw for this week, which I'm like,
What's next on the
check
car
the
show?
ladder, Phil. Check
Oh.
the ladder.
The ladder.
Ah.
Look at that.
You know how much I
I know. I'm just waiting for the
lust
photo to
after the
come up.
ladder.
Where you've had it custom built for the Rexton. It's coming. It's
no one
coming.
makes
You'll
one.
find someone. You'll find some engineer somewhere and order it. I'm sure. And then you can share it here on the Two Dads Car Show podcast. Tell us all about it.
Well, I did tell you that I
Looks good.
will
It looks
Uh,
nice. What is
I will be up in my rack game, so
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't had the time.
That's actually looks good.
And
What have you got next?
something else which I'm just trying to. I saw it and I thought,
Hmm?
surely you cannot possibly think
That
that
looks
this is
good.
reasonable. This is not. It's not a car thing, people. So please
Oh.
don't switch off. Philip, you'll have to explain to the people on Spotify.
When I see this, it does my head in as well. It's like, so What do we got, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on Spotify? We have a picture of the green waste recycling bin, and
It's
someone
not. It's
had
a red lid bin, so
the
that's
red
the normal
lid.
waste.
No, it's green.
Red.
No, that's for
It's a
green.
red lid bin.
Well, which area is this in?
Knox.
Yeah, no, it's for the red bin. Red lids are for whatchamacallit? It's for green
I thought
waste.
red is red. Red should be for general waste.
Nah, it shouldn't be. No. I think that's recycle. It's pardon me. That's for
Anyway,
clipping.
now I'm doing the same thing like you. That wasn't the point of the
Yeah. Anyway,
photo.
so what it is?
Please go ahead. I apologize.
So what it is? It's the recycling bin for all your green waste, like your clippings, your lawn clippings, branches, stuff like that. And someone has an absolutely jam-packed. It looks like it's got dreadlocks. This thing is like a hairstyle, and they jam this thing in.
It's like
where
he's tried to fit a whole tree
a whole
in the
tree.
bin.
So when they pick this up, and the chute, right? The chute on the actual garbage truck is only maybe half a meter wider than the actual bin. This is going to go everywhere. This is not going to happen. I reckon they'll go past this and they won't pick it up.
Is it safe to actually say that this person has put has at least sort of 80% of the tree is outside of the bin?
But it's like,
Like
is it
there's-
some sort of palm tree? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like it's 80% of it is hanging outside the bin.
Yeah.
If the truck, if the truck driver decided to pick that up, the forks wouldn't even be able to go around the bin.
Oh, no, they'd be able to go because they get it from the base. But I'm just worried about the opening of where they tip the contents in. It would just go everywhere because it'd be
And
too much.
They have a camera on the truck, so there's no way he's even going to.
Oh, I don't think so. But that's just
Not going to attempt it.
that's taking the it's one bin load a bit too far. It's taking it a bit too
Now
far.
I didn't
I'll give them A
see.
for good effort, but
I didn't see any of a car parked in the driveway. It may have been a Volvo or a Camry. I don't know, but I didn't see any cars parked in the driveway. I just saw this,
that is great.
and I thought this
They've done
surely
well.
has to be the
Shame,
most
man.
optimistic and ambitious person
Oh yeah.
in Melbourne.
I mean, that's considered
think
hard
that-
rubbish collection. That's considered hard rubbish. It's like almost 2 meters high
It just,
and 2 meters wide.
I had no explanation for it when I
They
saw it.
did well.
I stopped. I threw the Rexton into reverse and went back. Line and
Just trying to see
and
what sort
lined
of
up the
tree it
shot.
is. It's like one of those. Is it one of
it's
those
from a
trees?
palm tree. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's from a palm
Because they've
tree.
got a palm at the front, so it's
Yeah.
on a big palm tree that they've gone and cleaned up all the dead hanging leaves that have all.
It's a huge palm tree. It's not,
Oh,
a,
it
it's not a
is.
small one.
But to go, yep, got it in the bin.
Yep.
Technically, it's in the bin. Should be collected.
But I just
According
thought,
to the
I'd
rules.
Wow. I don't know. In what universe does he think that's going to get emptied?
Oh, I would love to know if
He'll
you
be
got
coming
it.
home and going, I don't understand why. I
He
don't
gets
understand
upset.
why there's a
Rings the
huge
council up.
fluorescent sticker on. Yeah, how dare
Rings
you
the
not empty
council.
my? I pay my rates.
You missed my bin. You go, well, no. We sent the wrong one out. You need the hard rubbish bin to come out, buddy.
We'll send out a flatbed instead.
The effort he went to try and shove
Yeah.
and fit all this stuff in. Like he would have had to sort of pry and angle and manipulate and all sorts of stuff.
And then to stand back and go, yep, that's done.
Got it. I'll pick that up, no worries. Hey, look, if you say something to yourself for long enough, you can convince yourself, right? It's the human nature. Pretty much like, yes, I do need a tissue box in the back of my Camry. Yes, I do need a tissue box. Anyway.
Philip,
Yes, Sadiq.
how does a penguin build his house? How does a penguin
Oh,
build his house?
build his house. Oh.
I'm going to struggle to say this, but I'll try.
There
I
you go.
apologize in advance.
Go. How does he do it?
He glues it together I should
That's been
repeat
the
it again for someone.
best one in a long time. He glues it
I didn't-
together.
How does a penguin build
That's a
his
ripper,
house?
that joke. He
How
glues
does a
it.
penguin build his house, Phil?
He glues it together.
He glues it together.
Oh, it's been the best one for a long time. Cat Scan had me laughing last week, but this is a good one.
I always hope that you try these on the Athena of real estate.
Oh, zero reaction. Just the one of these. This is what I get. Just the head tilt and the stare.
And followed by you're an idiot.
Followed by, is this the
Tell
crap
me
you
what
talk
happens.
about in your podcast? Do you have anyone ever listens? She goes, do you have anyone that listens?
Yes, there's people that listen. We have proof. Show the
Proof?
stats.
They're there.
We're not just imagining things.
Oh man.
And I know this is not in the pun section, but I still think this is so clever. I just think it's so clever.
The who gives a crap?
It's so clever. I see it.
It's so
I
Aussie.
think-
It's such an Australian
Yeah.
thing, isn't it?
I love
Good for you, bum.
good for your bum and great for the world.
It's just so Australian.
It's just so good.
love
I'm always so impressed, even though I've seen
Oh.
it a few times. It really just makes me smile.
Good for you, bum.
And I think there was another one in the corner. Does it say? Oh, no, it's the same.
Please do more ones and twos.
Yeah.
The marketing team are on point. With the who gives a crap.
Whoever has done the marketing for
It-
who gives a crap.
Tradies. It'd be extra. I reckon they've gone across
Yep.
and just spoken to some tradies and give us some one-liners, boys.
They've done such a great job.
It's good.
They have done such
I
a
mean,
great job.
you've taken a product like toilet paper
Yeah.
and you've made it whimsical and funny in a way.
Yeah, and
How good's that? That's clever.
and in all fairness, the toilet paper is very low grade, but you don't care.
You don't care.
Because
What
you
does the
know?
packaging say on this one?
yeah,
Who doesn't want to read it?
you go, I don't care. I don't care that it's like sandpaper. It's fine.
Sure. I got
It's
third-degree
funny.
Things, no problem. Show me the next roll. What's the next roll? Hurry up. Get through this one.
And another one. This one I saw. I'm thinking, oh
Uh-oh.
god, it doesn't work. The technology has faded me, but I think you can
TikTok?
tell what the
Did I
number
say
plate
TikTok?
says. Yeah. Why?
Number plate TikTok.
Are you hoping?
It's like an
Are you
NFT,
hoping
mate.
that someone?
It's like NFTs. Just wanted to have the one, and then one day try and. Can I tell you? You try and sell this.
Yep.
You'll be able to double your money. Because if it's the only one that exists, someone will pay double to have it on their car.
The reason why I took the photo because I once knew a man
Mhm.
who we all. This is an acquaintance at work.
Mhm.
We all thought very lowly of him,
Okay.
and I thought even more lowly of him once he told me the story of why his car had the number plate Sanity.
Sanity.
Yeah.
As in.
Now he was because once he told, because we were speaking about, just speaking of things, obviously as you do at work,
Mhm.
and he decided to explain to me why his number plate said Sanity.
Mhm.
And exactly what you said with the example of this number plate.
It's an investment.
This specimen was his investment, right? And the worst part is that he explained the story and how it ended I'm like, how did you not realize how much of a fool you look like, especially when you're retelling the story. He was a security guard.
Mhm.
He worked at the head office for
Sanity.
who I'm not 100% sure if that store is still in
I
existence.
think there are, not many.
Like
There are.
CDs is not really
CDs,
high up
and
on the list
I think
of
they
most
do
people these days.
games, and they do all sorts of stuff. But yeah, but there's some stores still exist. Yes.
So he was working as a security guard.
Mhm.
He purchased the plates.
Yep.
I'll spare you the half an hour of embarrassing story about himself. He purchased the plates with the view that the MD of Sanity would see his plates one day in the car park
Mhm.
and want them, number one, and for number two, decide to pay him an exorbitant amount of money for purchasing the plates from him so the MD can have it on his own car.
Yep. And what
So
happened?
this was the beginning of the story. The end of the story was when he actually decided to approach said MD after a few for months of him to move his car around the car park so that he can so that the executives of Sanity would walk past his car.
Oh God.
And he mentioned it to the MD. The MD just proceeded to laugh and walk away from him.
So it didn't work. Didn't
It
work.
didn't work. It didn't work. I give you the Falcon with TikTok on the number plate.
Well, I'm just saying, you never know. It's a different world. It's a different world today. TikTok is a lot bigger than Sanity.
Well,
It's a bit more distinctive as
when
well.
I saw
When you
this
say
one,
TikTok, people think of
it's
the
a bit
app,
more of an open market, that one. Yeah,
you know,
someone,
whereas Sanity
probably
is
more
a
people.
bit different. But that's what people are doing. That's the whole getting into. I mean, it's not an NFT, but that's the sort of realm that it's getting into.
Yeah,
where-
they all think it's some kind of investment that someone is just going to
and then pay. Oh, mate, don't worry.
pay
There's
some
people out
silly
there
amount
that,
of money for it.
but there's people out there that flip NFTs and make money.
Yeah.
It happens. It's a crazy world.
Now, you'll have to explain why I'm angry with this one.
Well, the number plate looks legit.
No, it's,
I'm getting there. I'm just getting there. I think the main reason would be, why would you park and leave the car like this and not fix it? Am I right?
and at this establishment, they've even helped
They've got double
all the
lines.
customers. Yeah, with
Double lines.
I'm trying to move out the way so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
it doesn't. So at this establishment, they've even helped you by having
Well, I think
significant amount of lineage.
yes, but I think this individual has seen that as a challenge rather than as a guidance. And thought, I want to see how close I can bloody get to these lines. This is just chucked it in, got out, see you later. I've got to
Yep.
get to Sanity to buy CDs and stuff.
Buy those new number plates.
I heard a guy's got
To
them.
find that guy that had those number plates. And as far as I knew, like when he told me that story, he wasn't working at Sanity anymore. So it was
Yeah.
like 5 years in the past, and he still had these number plates. Obviously,
Still hanging on to them.
yeah.
Still
So
hanging
the
on to
amount
them.
of times that he told people the story of that's more embarrassing for him than what it is for anyone
See?
else.
And then in this photo, you look at everybody else has taken the time to park straight.
Oh,
No, it's all right.
wanna
I'm
show
just
the
saying,
photo?
everyone else
Yep.
has taken the time and the courtesy to park straight. But just like that one bad apple in the barrel, these dudes rocked up and just gone, well, I'm in the lines.
I don't care. It's someone else's problem.
It's someone else's problem. You know, I can get in and out. And that's the world we live in, mate. That's the world we live in. What are you going to do?
Oh, and I saw this one as well. I mean, we have done a show on our electric future.
We have. Not that it's a car
So-
show, but we have.
This may end up being the future for someone if
Oh, look
you
at
need to
that.
charge your jack.
There you go.
and you live
So you live on the street. This
and
now,
you
this is
live on the
not
street.
overseas, right? Looking at the number plates.
Yeah,
Must be in Europe somewhere.
England.
Gee, that's a bit risky,
So
isn't it? Doing
They've
that.
had to.
How risky is that?
So if you don't have a garage or off the street parking, probably don't buy an electric car.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably got plugged into the converted wall charger, the legit thing. But
The
this is
outlet.
just,
Yeah.
this is really risky doing this on the road.
I mean,
Anything
it's not
happens to that
it's not to say that people are mean, but you're kind of asking for
I know.
when you
It's
come out in
only-
the morning,
It's only
someone's
a matter of
unplugged it
time
for you.
before Elon works out how to do, Wi-Fi
Wireless charging,
It's only a matter of time.
wireless charging of cars.
It'll happen.
I just thought it was funny because
funny.
that'll be the reality for some, and you can see that it's not just a out of the blue thing. The person they must have to do it on a regular basis because they've got
they've got that thing there to sort of provide a warning to pedestrians walking along. There you go.
As we head towards the end of this rather embarrassing one, because I just had to get a little bit of it. It's like,
You have to get off your
how
chest.
can
You
Sadiq
had to-
empty all his rage
This
in one
is
show?
literally a therapy session that we're going to upload on YouTube. Hey, you never know.
And to see what annoys
take off.
Sadiq is maybe what we should name. We should rename this one. What annoys Sadiq?
Jeez, tell you what, we'll have 28 episodes of that. No worries.
Why is cold water so insecure, Philip?
Oh,
Why is cold water so insecure?
why is cold water so insecure? Why?
Because it never gets called hot. I'm going to put a line to that one.
That is a classic dad joke. That is a classic dad joke. Really bad. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Why is cold water so insecure?
Because it never gets
Because
called
it's never
hot.
called hot.
Yep. That'll do it.
And to end the show,
Oh,
I've got another story of my own for making. I know Phil will laugh at this one because
okay. Go.
it's it's so me.
Yep.
So
what have you done?
I've sad news of this story. It's sad news.
Yeah.
I took the Rexon in for its service.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was told that I'll have to start having a look for new tires. In the next, 5 to 10,000.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you do a lot of drive. How many Ks you done?
That's fair enough. 63, something like that.
63.
Now, I know what you're going to say. For us normal people, that doesn't sound like a lot on one set of tires, right?
No, 63. I mean, if you next 5 or 10, that's a lot. I reckon it's a lot.
Because apparently the average is 20,000.
Yeah. That's what sounds a lot.
On one set of tires.
Yeah.
Right?
It does sound a lot. You've done well.
Sadly,
Mm-hmm.
all terrains are out.
As in, you can't use them. Can't put them on the Rexon.
Can I get all terrains in that size?
You can't get all terrains in that size. What
the
size?
Rexons roll in 20s.
Rolling 20s. Well, you need 21, 22. So
No,
you have to go smaller.
you have to go smaller.
Oh, you're not doing that. Mate, if
Come
you can fit
As
3
if-
litres of milk in
As
the
if
bucket, you're not going to get...
we're not going smaller wheels, mate. No, that's not happening.
That's not happening. Can't source them internationally. They might take a couple months to get here. All the boats are stuck out in Shanghai. I'm just saying, if you can wait.
How much do you reckon
You'll do 5Ks in a day.
you need to pay? What's the average price per tire?
I'm saying at least 550.
Oh, we've been friends for too long.
Easy.
I thought I would shock you by telling you average price is 500 a tire.
Yeah, 550. Oh, for a car like that, is it? It's a $2,000.
Yeah,
It's
average
$2,000.
prices. Yeah.
Easy. It's about $2,000. How'd you go?
I was a little bit shocked.
Did you when you came to, like after you after
No. I
after
thought,
the
well,
blackness went away, did you
like,
wake up and go, I'm
all
sorry,
these red spots.
$2,000?
I'm like, I was like, he's going, oh, well, you've done really well because most cars like these, you got to change tires every 20,000.
Jeez, imagine you've been doing that every 6 months.
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
You would be.
So we have done very well.
So can you get exactly the same tire?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
So
But
you just wanted to get all terrains.
Yeah, for
Just
urban
in
arms
case you
race
ever go,
reasons.
just
Yeah.
in case you ever go over that speed.
Just in case it ever gets dirty. But the
go over
but
that
now
roundabout with
this
confidence.
leads into the other story, which you will appreciate because you will love it too.
Yeah.
We were doing an audit for the business, and the auditor, he prior when I saw him inside,
Mhm.
The man that's in charge of health and safety, he comes up to me. He goes, "Oh, I think Rick's car is larger than yours." I'm like, "Show me," you know. It's like because we've had the conversation in the past. So he was having a joke, you know. So he comes inside and he goes, "Oh, I think Rick's. I think Rick has you down on size. You know, I think his rig is larger than yours." I'm like, "This. All right, show me." So we walk outside. I'm expecting Silverado, Ram, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
There we go outside, and he goes, "Oh, it's the first one in the car park." And then I look at it, and I go, "Sir, surely you jest."
What was it?
He's just looking at me laughing. It's a Ranger. So come on.
Oh, what?
Come on, mate.
A Ford Ranger?
Come on, mate. No, I said, when you show me a Ranger that'll seat 7 and take
Wrap to come close?
Take 3 liters of milk in the door,
and come and find me.
Then I will gladly say yes, it's large. That was funny.
Not the Raptor, even the Raptor.
And we all had a laugh. Yeah, but it's the same thing, only just higher.
Yeah, true.
If you're talking the original, again, sorry, we're not turning into the Two Dads Car Show, but this is just funny.
Slowly.
Just because the story is a whole urban arms race thing. So this is a bunch of guys just laughing about whose car's larger.
Yep.
So
hey,
then
at least you're
Rick,
comparing cars. That's all I can say. I'm just grateful that you're comparing cars and not comparing.
And not just angry at certain ones.
And not comparing anything else.
So Rick walks outside, and then obviously after seeing the car, the first thing he sees is for the Max tracks on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you like going off road, yeah? I'm like, yeah, of course.
All the time. You know how many roundabouts I go over? Meanwhile, you look at Sadiq's paintwork, it's just like a mirror. This thing gets more... How often does that thing get washed? Every time you wash, you just drive it into the shower with you?
Are you wanting me to give the answer that isn't going to make me look like there's something wrong with me?
Is it daily?
Comes close. It comes close.
Every second day?
I reckon at least that sometimes.
Wow, that's amazing.
Which just makes it, yeah, I don't make myself look good in that respect. So he sees the Max tracks on the roof and he asks me, he goes, "Oh, so like going off road?" I said, yeah, it's good. He goes, "So how does this thing go?" I said, "Oh, it's fantastic, man." He goes, "Yeah, oh, yeah, It's awesome. So it was
Talking
a
about.
great conversation. I knew you'd love that comment.
Come
You
on.
just saw the trucks on the roof and go, so you like going off road.
Mate, imagine if you put a ladder on the back of it.
Mate,
You'd be one of the Leyland brothers.
that's right. That's right.
And on that
So
note,
funny.
ladies and gentlemen, I think we've reached the end of the podcast, haven't we? Or are we just going to kick off?
No, yeah, I think we've reached towards the end, but I'd just like to say, you know, if you happen to be walking your kid through a park
Mhm.
and you see a man cleaning his car in the car park of said park,
Of South African appearance.
do not stare at the man like he's some
Yeah.
kind of weirdo.
Yeah, and please don't contact authorities. He's just trying to
Yeah.
wax his car.
Because
He's been down a
like, have
gravel
you
road.
ever seen a man clean his car before?
He's driven down a gravel road to visit a client, and there's a bit of dust on that bad boy, so he just wants to get rid of it for his own sanity.
This happened,
Hey,
and
you know
this
who needs a
woman
number
just
plate?
stared at
You
me.
need that number plate. Doesn't you need that number plate? You should
Sanity.
put it on the Rexton.
This woman gave me the weirdest look. I was like, I'm not doing anything wrong. What's the problem? Haven't you ever seen a man clean his car before?
Yeah, there's not the kids' park. Normally in their at the front of their house. But anyway,
I have a working with children's permit. She just gave me this look. I'm like, I'm just standing there holding the spray bottle and the cloth. Like,
I told my dad,
nothing to see here.
you clean your car in weird places. He didn't believe me. He didn't believe me. I said, trust me, Dad. It's true. It's 100% true.
I mean, as you know, I've always got all the accoutrement on board.
Mate, your back boot is festooned with every single cleaning product. Tell you what. Great word. Great word, by the way. Festooned. We have reached the end of another podcast here at episode 28. Where
It was a little one on a lazy
one.
Sunday/Monday afternoon.
Yeah, we stretched it out to an hour. We don't go do things by halves on the podcast, that's for sure.
You always get value. We are number one for value on podcasts. You get good value.
That's it.
I hope it's been a very good laugh. Self deprecation is our aim. We like to laugh at ourselves.
But look,
more than everyone else.
In just a few short days, we'll be back with episode 29. So I'm sure there will be a topic,
something serious,
a bit more serious, and we'll just have to wait and see what that is. We're not going to give it away. I don't even know what it is. Sadiq will share that.
And that lady in the park, please have some.
Let's just hope nothing happens.
Compassion for obsessive.
Nothing changes his mind.
Car detailers.
Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in, Sid. Again,
please remind them of our socials.
Thank you. Our socials, of course. Email us on Two Dads, which is the TOODads.pc@gmail.com. Of course, you have the Two Dads podcast here at the on YouTube, and next to that is the Spotify. So you just put that into your search, and we'll pop up.
And if you own a Camry and you put a tissue box on your back shelf, please, we implore you, make contact. We're not trying to name and shame. We're just trying to understand what is the logic.
We just want to understand
behind such a thing. Why only Camrys?
I think we're not saying we want it to stop. We just want to understand why, because everyone's entitled, but we just don't understand why. We're just curious. That's all.
I'm not exaggerating at all. Where it's an epidemic that could possibly be worse than COVID.
Could spread to other brands.
Spread to other brands if they're in a car park for more than 4 hours.
All right, we better switch this
next to each other.
We start hitting some YouTube friggin', get banned again or something. Better go. Until next time.
Say hi to your mums for us.
Adios.
See you next week.